Hi everybody. Time to gather for worship. Time to spend some special time with the Lord. And each other too. I hope you're imagining all of us together. I hope you can still get that nice feeling inside you that I always get when we have worship in our classroom. Okay. How about starting out with every girl in heaven? You know what? I'm going to do something kind of funny here. Now, I was going to do a little, almost a guessing game to figure out if it would be boy or girl first for every girl in heaven, but I'm not. I'm just going to go ahead and say, let's do every girl in heaven first, and then every boy in heaven for the second verse, and we'll flip-flop next time we do it. Okay? Every girl in heaven has a garden bright. Flowers grow and bloom there when she's done what's right. But when she is selfish, the flowers fade away. If she's truly sorry, they'll be back next day. When a boy in heaven does what he should do, in his room he finds some clothes all clean and new. When he's done what's wrong, his new clothes will show a stain. But the spot is gone when he is good again. Those are things Mr. Swedenborg saw when he was in heaven. It's how the Lord and the angels help the little children know what to do. With the spots on their clothes and their flowers fading away and coming back if they're good. I think those are very nice and gentle ways of helping a child know what's right. Okay, here we go. The Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth keep silence before him. Let us pray. How about motions? Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. All right. Well, here we go with this picture that you've seen before, but I'm reminding you about how the people of Israel prepared for the last plague of Egypt, the 10th plague, and also what it was like for the moms and dads of Egypt afterwards, when the Lord had come through and taken away the life of a child in every single house in the land of Egypt. So, there we have the dad of the people of Israel. All the families in Israel did this, putting blood on the door posts and the lintel to let the Lord know, don't take anyone from this house. Of course, the Egyptians didn't know to do that because the Lord hadn't told them about it. And once the Lord passed through that night at midnight, then there was somebody dead in every single house in Egypt. And this is, I think, a picture of what it might have been like for the moms and dads, just crying and crying because their little ones were gone. Even Pharaoh lost someone in his family, his oldest child, whether it was a son or a daughter, we don't know, but that child died because that was the 10th plague of Egypt. I bet you remember Pharaoh called Moses and Aaron, said, I'm letting you go. Get out quickly, now, go. And the people of Egypt all said the same thing. They had been saying this for a long time, actually. Now it's finally Pharaoh who's joining in, but they've been saying for a lot of plagues now, let those people go, get them out of here before we're all dead. So the people started leaving. And this story I would call the departure of the children or the people of Israel, because the departure means the leaving. This is something that happened along the way as they were starting to walk away from the land of Egypt. And you need to sort of remember it for later. I'll help you with that because, well, you'll see. this part of the book of Exodus says, "Now, the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses." Yes, they had done everything to get ready for the Passover, with the blood on the door and everything, traveling clothes on, ready to go. But the Lord had told Moses to tell them, also, on your way out, as you're leaving, ask the Egyptians to give you silver and gold as you go. Really? You think the people of Egypt are going to give us their silver and their gold articles, it says? That means like their jewelry and their cups and plates and things that they had made out of silver and gold. They're going to give us those things? We're their slaves. But you know what? It worked. It really did happen that way because the people of Egypt were so urgent, were so determined that Israel was going to leave. They were just so into getting the people of Israel out of there. They were willing to do anything the people asked. Oh, you want my gold earrings and my silver cup? Yes, just take them. Anything. Just take them and go. Get out of here. Go. So the people of Israel, all along the way, they asked the Egyptians they saw who were trying to get them to hurry, "Hey, will you give me some gold and silver?" "Yes, take these gold and silver coins. Take these gold and silver earrings. Take my dishes. Go. Just get out." And the Lord had given the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, meaning the Lord was helping this happen, so that they granted them what they requested. Yes, just take the gold and silver and go. Thus they plundered the Egyptians. That means the people of Israel got some pretty nice stuff, which the Egyptians would not normally have given them. But under these very extreme circumstances, yeah, the Egyptians handed that stuff right over. So you might think, well, cool. Now the people of Israel are rich. You know what? That gold and silver is actually going to be saved for something very special, and it's not going to be for spending. They're carrying it along with them, but it's going to be saved for later when God tells the people of Israel to build a special church for themselves so they can worship Him. It's a traveling church because they're going to be a traveling people for many, many years. They're not going to stop in one place and build houses. For a long time, they're going to be walking and traveling. And if you're walking and traveling, the best kind of church to have is a church that you can pack up and take with you wherever you go. What kind of building can you pack up and take with you wherever you go? Well, a tent, right? So later on, when Moses is up on Mount Sinai getting the 10 Commandments from the Lord also tells him how the people of Israel shall build the tabernacle. That's the special tent church. And of course, the tabernacle will mostly be made out of special cloth and poles and things like that. But all the decorations and the special plates and everything inside the tabernacle, those are going to be made out of the gold and silver that the people get from the people of Egypt. So, we're not actually going to be reading this year about the making of the tabernacle, but keep in your mind, wasn't that a good arrangement? That the Lord got the people of Israel to ask for gold and silver. He got the Egyptians to say, yes, just take the gold and silver and go. And now they have it so it can be used later for the building of the special, beautiful tent church called the tabernacle. Perfect. All right, there's a little bit more today. Then the people of Israel journeyed from Ramesses. Ramesses is the name of an Egyptian city. The one where Pharaoh lived, by the way. They journeyed from Ramesses to Sukkot, about 600,000 men on foot. 600,000 men. Remember they back then thought men were more important than women. So they would count the men and say, oh yeah, and there were women and children too. So 600,000 men plus all the women and children are walking along. That's what it means on foot. And they also had a great deal of livestock. That means animals. Remember, their animals had not been killed by the hail or the sickness or anything like that were among the plagues. Their animals had all stayed alive. So now, traveling with them, they've got their goats and their sheep and all the animals they will need for milk and for meat and for skins, wool to make clothes out of. They have everything they need. Now, the last little part here tells how long they were there and how they celebrate that particular special time every year. And they've done it ever since. They still do it now. Anyway, here we go. Now, the sojourn of the people of Israel, that means the staying. The time that they stayed in the land of Egypt was 430 years. And it came to pass at the end of 430 years, on that very same day, it came to pass that all the armies of the Lord, that's the people of Israel, went out from the land of Egypt. It is a night of solemn observance to the Lord for bringing them out of the land of Egypt. I don't know if you remember what I said the name of the holiday is, that they've celebrated every year ever since, the people of Israel. And they don't just live in Israel now. Israel is a land in the world, by the way, it still is. But they don't just live there, they live all over the planet in different countries. And wherever they are, the people of Israel, also known as the Jewish people, they celebrate Passover. It's one of their most special holidays every spring. And they always remember, always, how the Lord took care of them and set them free from the land of Egypt. Thus, that means this is what happened. All the people of Israel did as the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron, so they did. So it came to pass on that very same day that the Lord brought the children of Israel and the people out of the land of Egypt according to their armies. Whoa, it's done. They did it. Moses and Aaron did it. Remember, Moses had not wanted this job. When he was back at the burning bush in the land of Midian, when he was a shepherd, and God was talking to him and saying, you're going to be talking to Moses and you're going to be talking to Pharaoh and trying to get Pharaoh to let the people of Israel go. Moses said, no, I can't do that. Too hard. And God said, don't worry, I'll be with you. And then he said, no, I can't do it. I'm not a very good speaker. Pharaoh won't believe me. Don't worry, said God, I've got this. I'm sending your brother Aaron to help you. I don't have enough power, said Moses. Don't worry, I've got this, said God. I'm giving you signs of power that you can show to Pharaoh. And in the end, Moses just couldn't think of any reason not to, so he became the leader of Israel. And it worked, didn't it? Now, the people of Israel are free. Moses is still their leader, and they are on their way back home to the land of Canaan for the first time in 430 years. Now, as you know, there's still some trouble ahead. We're not quite done with Pharaoh, but right now, this very minute, you can think, wow, good news. They're free, and they're on their way home. All right, how about this is the day, a song of rejoicing, because the people of Israel are free. And remember, it kept saying the word on that very day, exactly 430 years later. That was the day, and here's our song. This is the day. Yay! This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with us all. Amen. See you next time. Bye.